Hello and welcome to another from the Ginger and the Travelling Coffee Cup. Yeah, headless and broken, but there we go, never mind. You join me at a site we've not been to for 3 months. After 3 months of trains, we're back. Manchester Airport, and I thought, you know what, let's do the Southside first this time. We've come on a Monday lunchtime, which means we're going to get some very big jets taking off and landing. The afternoon Emirates is already in, as you can see over my shoulder, and hopefully we'll see a Qatar. Would be nice because we've not been here for months, so it'd be nice to see them. Anyway, let's get into today's video and see what's coming and going out of Manchester on a Monday lunchtime. Well, there's nothing in front of it. She's very heavy today. Full runway used. But she is airborne. Two 737 behind us there, but we're more focused on the look there. Over to Luxembourg in Luxembourg. Given how big that Dreamliner was, it's probably having to wait a bit for the wake turbulence to shift. Two 73 coming to a stop on 23 right. Beautiful. The viewing park it's got a few people in it. Over there in the coming weeks, we have a private jet in. That's Iceland Air. Say, Luxembourg is a country I'd love to go to because it's so small, and when I looked into it, like all the public transport in Luxembourg is free and it's a tax haven. I mean, the fact you can get on buses and trains in Luxembourg and it's completely free, imagine if Britain did that. They've definitely got the money to do it, but we won't. But we'll see what happens. Luxembourg will be a 2026, 2027, 2028 job. Because we're not doing it this year, and we're still not doing it at the start of next year, because hard to believe the Qatar trip is just over 5 months away. I genuinely can't wait. Everything's booked, everything's planned, everything's in position. So that's going to be fun. One of the hotels, especially, well, the one in Dubai, yeah, we're videoing that one. Me, niche hotels. You know, I know it's not a plane. We've done a train, we've done a plane. What else could we stay in, I wonder? You'll have to wait till March/April to find out. Two Ryanair 737s. One landing on 23 right and one taxiing to 23 left. Good news is, landing on that runway in the not too distant future, we're going to see Saudia and we're going to see Qatar. So that's going to be fun. And we may yet even see that leave. I've not been here for so long, I'm going to actually stay for quite a while and get some of these planes because the channel's been that train heavy recently, you know. We need to give planes some airtime now. There's Pegasus from Turkey. I'll put in now where that's actually come from. We flew on them once before when we went from Turkey to Kuwait. And I actually enjoyed flying with them. When the £300-400 challenges will return, I'm not too sure as of yet. Need to find someone to plan it for me. But maybe one day they will return and we'll go back to the Middle East. Because as much as I missed the flight home, I did actually enjoy seeing other parts of the world. But it's nice seeing Pegasus with the new Airbuses. And here comes a former resident of T1. Now a permanent resident of Terminal 2, Aer Lingus. So wait for that to taxi over and we'll get that on a takeoff run. And is that an A330? No, it's not. It's a Jet 2, but it's a Boeing 737. I'm so used to seeing that on the A330 air tankers, but not today. If we look, it's Austrian registered. Here it is, the first of the landing heavies, Saudia. So when all these shake-ups happen, T3 security area closes sometime in October. EasyJet move over to Terminal 2. Emirates move over to Terminal 2. Pretty much, Terminal 1 basically becomes Ryanair. That's it. That's your lot. And it's like, really? And everything else is out of T2. Personal opinion, and I have actually spoken to family about this as well, and they said, yeah, restaurants are great, where's the shops? I can't lie, I do agree with them. Because there's only so many times you want a burger and, you know, everything like that, but you want to actually buy some shops, and Pandora, JD, Duty Free, Lego, I think that's it. Whereas when I go to Qatar, it'll be shops and a little bit of restaurants. I know which way around I'd prefer it, I can't lie. But it's Manchester's choice at the end of the day, isn't it? I don't spend the millions of pounds that they've spent to make the airport better. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But I think they need to put more shops in, I can't lie. Especially with the new pier that they just opened. I mean, I saw it the other day and there was no shops down there either. But apparently this is what they wanted. So, yeah. Nothing's going to change. Even if one coffee shop shuts, another one will open about 2 weeks later. So, I still think they need more shops in there, I can't lie. Mum was like, yeah, Terminal 2 is great, just where's the shops? I was like, So, So if anyone from Manchester Airport is watching this, more shops please. So the lunchtime rush is on. Coming in, we have Ryanair going to Terminal 3, Saudia going to Terminal 2, and TUI waiting to go to Terminal 2. Exactly what they're waiting for, I can't see currently, but I guarantee there's something behind that control tower. The only thing I've seen move coming out is that. Another Turkish airline, Corendon. I've seen the Hull City painted one, and that is quite nice to see when it comes in. I mean, not that I'm telling airlines how to paint their planes, but that looks a little too much like Jet 2, doesn't it? It's obviously been given clearance to clear 23 right. I am expecting another heavy in any time now. There's an EasyJet on its way out. Oh! Indigo! Well, there we go, ladies and gents. That's what it's waiting for. That. Don't be fooled by the Norse thing on the back. It is Indigo. Flying to India. I mean, clues in the name, obviously, but, you know. Well, actually, there's 3 planes waiting for it to move. You've got Jet 2, the white Jet 2 there, the Saudia, and TUI. And making a return to Manchester Airport after a several-year hiatus will be PIA. So they'll be making a return to Manchester Airport, and we'll see them on the channel when they arrive. Next thing you'll see on the channel will be Corendon taking off. Not before another Ryanair comes in for a textbook landing. Turkish carriers filling the channel so far. We've got another one, Sun Express. So we've had Pegasus, Corendon and Sun Express. And if we look over here, when it keeps going, there's the main one, Turkish. So in short order, we're going to have Indigo and EasyJet taking off. Speaking of Sun Express, there is one plane that they have coloured in, I think it's Eintracht Frankfurt colours. I really, really want to see it. I've seen it at night, but obviously a picture at night of it wouldn't really do it justice. Really want to see it in the light. One plane we won't see anymore here, I think now pretty much is forever, will be the 757, because Jet2 got rid of theirs, Icelandair bought theirs back, but have now got rid of them, sent them to the scrap heap in America, I think, which is a shame. I loved seeing the Aurora Borealis 757, it was gorgeous. They were doing a special flight, which is basically like Reykjavik back to Reykjavik, and I was like, as much as I'd love to do it, no, I can't afford that. But unfortunately, yes, we won't see a 757 at Manchester Airport for the foreseeable. Now, the day I'm doing it, Monday, there was meant to be a freight 747. That's been changed to Thursday. And I'm working Thursday morning and Thursday night, so I might not get to see it. If I do, I'll put it in here, and it'll be, it'll be the thumbnail of the video, so that'll prove we've seen it, and it'll be on, and it'll be in this video as well. But we're about to see EasyJet and Indigo take off, and the Saudia is still waiting, and I've just seen why. There's a Virgin A350 on its way out, so we're going to get a few heavies taking off now. Starting off with that Indigo Dreamliner. EI Fat is on its way. Soon to be followed by these two massive beasts. A Dreamliner and an A330. We all know what type of Airbus I really want to see, and hopefully we will see one pretty soon. But seeing these two next to each other is always nice. So let's see what happens, shall we? Hopefully Indigo will be a turn and burn, and Virgin will probably be a hold. Look what's behind it. Yes, we got it. A350 Qatar. Beautiful. Dreamliner, A330, A350, all in the same picture. Beautiful. Indigo, please stay there for 2 seconds. Four of the biggest planes that land at Manchester Airport all in one picture. A380, A350, A330, 787. Brilliant. And it'll be the lunchtime flight to Qatar that we'll be on in a couple of months' time. And hopefully it'll be one of those planes, because that's what we've booked on, so we'll see what happens. I cannot wait to go on that thing. A350 Qatar. Can't wait. Speaking of waiting, what's Indigo waiting for? There is nothing on the runway. The ATR is somewhere over there. Here we go. And I'm expecting him to use the full runway. And he pretty much has done. From Indigo was Indy gone. It's now time for Virgin Atlantic. Gear up. Wow, look at that. Vortices off the wings, beautiful. That's no 747, but the sound was beautiful. That was like an ear-piercing scream as it was going down the runway. Now from very big Dreamliners and A330s and the A350, which is over there, to the much more smaller and more expensive world of private jets. That one. I can't see its registration as of yet, but once I do, I'll put on the screen where it's going. But my guess is, after the roar of the A330, this is going to sound like a vacuum cleaner going down the runway. So what have Iceland Air replaced their brilliant 757s with? The smaller and still built 737. Now let me know in the comments, what do you prefer? Iceland Air in that livery or Iceland Air in the beautiful Aurora Borealis 757 livery? I might be slightly biased, but I prefer the old one. Seven three is out of here. Guitar sneaking its way to its gate. Manchester Airport's gone back to being quiet again. But to get Saudia, Qatar, the Virgin A350, I mean, that was loud. Indigo, first time on the channel, I think. From this airport, anyway. PIA, when that returns, we'll get that when it returns as well. Now, I've been thinking about this for the past few weeks, and I might bring back the mince pie videos this Christmas. Primarily because the amount of people who used to watch them in work, and they were like, where were they last year? It's like, yeah, I didn't do them, sorry. So yeah, I might do them this year. Because I'm actually, my first day back in work is Christmas Eve. The only good thing about that is Christmas Day, Boxing Day, double pay, get in. So that'll be fun. Middle East ain't cheap, so I was well happy when I wasn't happy about it, but I'll take the hit this Christmas. So yeah, Manchester Airport's back. Mince pies will be back, and plus the ones I don't eat. Obviously the other 5 in the box will be going into work. And I guarantee they'll be gone within half an hour. And then more airports. We need a trip down to Heathrow. We do need a trip down to Heathrow. Now, here's BA, British Airways. Terminal 3, right? No, that's Terminal 2 now as well. I feel like just doing that just to see what the arrival process is like. Because apparently it's not like the ones you get when you come back on an international flight. So, should we do that for a laugh? See how much BA is back to Manchester on a particular day? And do it? Be fun. And when we do go to the Middle East, we are flying from here. So we're not flying from Heathrow, even though it was slightly cheaper, but hotel and travel down made it more expensive. So, yeah, fly from my home airport. But the rest of the video, I don't know what we're going to see. Q8 are apparently here. Not one of the big ones, small one. There's a Virgin A350 here. And of course, the very big Emirates A380. And seeing that thunder down 23 left. I have seen it, well, I think we've seen it on this channel before as well. Last time we were here. Seeing that thunder down this runway is a sight to behold. So, yeah, we're going to see that. We're going to see the Turkish leave as well. So, yeah, quite a few more foreign airlines to go. But the peaks and troughs of a Monday lunchtime. And the weather is starting to change. So I think that beautiful beast, the Queen of the Skies, well no, sorry, no it's not, the King of the Skies, will be the last thing we see on today's video. No Queen, unless otherwise stated earlier on in the video. But that will be filmed on a different day, because it's not coming today, guys. Wow, they built that quick. I remember when that was being built. It was only a couple of months ago, and now it's finished. That's pretty impressive. So I can see the tail fin of the A350 on its way out. And I've just looked. I swear this is the truth. And I'll put the screenshots on, right? So, I thought, I'll get the train there. Egypt Air's in. I actually love that paint scheme. I love it. I think it's great. We'll see the tail fin of the A350 in a minute. There it is. But Egypt Air is absolutely beautiful. I love that. That's beautiful. For the A350, right? 19th of November, right? So that's about 6 weeks from now. From when I'm filming it. On the 13th of October. This is mad. So, Manchester to London. Single. On the train. At a time I'd go. Here's the price. I ain't paying that. It gets better. London to Manchester on the plane. Here's the price. You're probably thinking, yeah, how much is it to get there and back? Well, here you go. Manchester to London, London to Manchester. On the same day, British Airways. Here's the price. And they want more people to use the train. Good one! It cost me less to fly there from here to there and back than it does to get the train from here to there. Use your brain! It's absolutely crazy. I mean, I could get the train at 6 o'clock in the morning, but there's no guarantee of me getting to Manchester Piccadilly for 6 o'clock in the morning, so we ain't doing that. And we'd fly straight to Heathrow and straight into a video. Bosh! That's just insanity. Like, I looked at it and I thought, that's got to be a misprint. So I went back onto TrainPal again, same date, and I'm like, how can you possibly think that is a fair price? It is an absolute joke. And also, when it comes to flying, you now have to give your fingerprints to enter Europe. Like you do when you go to the States, which I personally don't mind. I know there were people with different opinions to me, but fingerprints and stuff like that, fine. Just don't commit a crime, and it's pretty self-explanatory. But we won't have to do that when we go to, if we go to London in November. But I am not paying £100 for a train. Can't Avanti do what Northern did and do £2 tickets? Imagine. Like an error fare on a train, that'd be amazing. I'd book it straight away and be like... But anyway, soon to come up, Virgin A350.
So, we've got the medium-sized EasyJet, the very small Logan Air, and the very big Virgin. So which one's going first? I mean, what a lineup that is. There we go, Virgin A350 breaks the stalemate. The grey plane on a grade 8 Manchester. There we go.
Any vortices on this one?
We have a traffic jam. I so wish this took off the same time as the A380 because you can see its price comparison.
That's off to somewhere in Scotland.
But we have a traffic jam at Manchester Airport. We've got Ryanair behind an EasyJet with a Turkish Airlines sneaking in the background and another EasyJet. Manchester Airport has suddenly got busy again. And Qatar is on the this end of Terminal 2. Bit odd, I thought it'd be on the far end, but there we go. So who's going to blink first out of this quartet? You'll find out in a couple of seconds' time when one of them throttles down this runway.
Stalemate broken, and it's now a very busy traffic jam. We have Turkish, Ryanair, EasyJet, and I think it's Helvetic at the back. Or is it Austrian?
Well, once this EasyJet skidoos, I'll be able to tell you which one it is. I think it might be Austrian. It is. Nose gear up, main gear's away, EasyJet's away. Next on the ramp to take off is not EasyJet, it appears it's going to be the Turks. How does that work? To Istanbul. Turkish is away. Next to break the traffic jam will be the plane that was here first or second, EasyJet. Turn and burn. Go on, lad. I saw a plane taxiing out. Where's it gone? There it is. Air Transat, the only North American carrier we currently get at Manchester Airport, on its way back to Canada. So then we're going to get Austrian, then we're going to get Air Transat, and we'll see what else is behind it. But where's that dinky dodgem gone? There it is. So we've had some Middle Eastern carriers, some British carriers and some other carriers, and now it's time for the North American contingent of one. Air Transat to Canada. The two Ryanair's run before it, so that's probably what it's waiting for. But I've got to say, it's quite a small plane to do transatlantic on. Imagine doing it on that with Ryanair, that'd be fun.
And the North American contingent is away. To be completely honest right now, the first time I saw Air Transat here, I genuinely thought it was a special Star Alliance livery. I didn't realise it was an actual airline. I was like, oh, that's a nice special livery for Star Alliance. No, it's Air Transat. I wonder what it's like to fly transatlantic on one of those. As I said, it's not something I'd travel transatlantic on. Much I do one of the A330s or the A350s. I've got a feeling that the Emirates is going to be leaving late. Kuwait's already leaving late. The Virgin A350, I don't know what time that's leaving because apparently that's delayed a bit as well. So, if you're seeing this ending, the 747, I didn't get time to see it for one reason or another. But I do hope you enjoyed the video anyway. I'm going to it's still at gate 12. One of its last times at that particular gate in Terminal 1 until it moves over to Terminal 2. That is the end of the video. I do hope you enjoyed as much as I have. If you did, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit notifications to miss a video. Me and the coffee cup will see you in the next one.